Hello everyone and welcome to a special edition of our unboxing show. I'm Henry Higgins.
And I'm Josh Higgins. And on this unboxing show we have this box.
And the reason we have this box is I got a new PC and it involved moving certain things around to get to the components of the old PC to take all out, and then put all the components of the new PC in and have that set up, which went a lot easier than I thought it would. It's all set up and it's running smoothly, so I'm very happy with that. But we found this box, and inside this box is a series of action figures. I don't know what's in it. We don't know what's in it at all, apart from the top figure, because it's a large figure, very identifiable. So I thought, as a little experience, we could do it together. We could go through this box and see what we've got. So now that we've got the stage all set, Josh is going to pass me figures from the box one at a time, and we're going to see what goodies we've got in there, what surprises we're going to find, and we're going to start with the figure that we know is in there because the sale's at the top. It's a rather large figure, so Josh is going to pass it over to me now, and we're going to have a look at it. And as you can see here, it is an X-Men figure of Angel. And it's a fantastic figure, actually. It's got great articulation. You can see here in the hands. If we get close, you can see the hands there. It's a great picture in the face. Dressed for battle in the outfit. The wings move, so you can pose them in various different ways. And that, my friends, is a fantastic figure to have. Up next, it's sticking with the X-Men, and this time it's Bishop. And this is from the same range as the Angel figure we just saw. It's got fantastic articulation as well, and big clumping Judge Dredd style boots that you can see there with some detailing. He does have weapons. They may be in the box on their own somewhere, but you can see here he's got his holster, and he's got a back holster there for his weapons. And the M, if you have a look there in his head, you can see the M on his forehead for when he was marked as a mutant in the Days of Future Past timeline. There's a lot of articulation in this as well. The torso, the head, shoulders, hips. So it's a very poseable figure as well. That's pretty cool find in there. Ah, yes, one of my favourite movies as a kid. One of my favourite action figures. For those who don't know, this is the Rocketeer. Very rare, relatively speaking, character to have a figure for. A lot of good articulation in here, not as articulated as the other figures. A fantastic likeness of the helmet though. If you have a look here, if we can get in close to the helmet, if it gets in focus there, we can see a lot of detail in the helmet with the fin. It's quite reflective. The jetpack, so you can pose this in a number of different ways, standing, flying, various other things. He does come with a gun that I believe is probably in the box as well. He also comes, the head is removable and you can put on an unhelmeted head, which also means then you can place the helmeted head under his arm and it's like he's just carrying the helmet. Or if you want to get really, really macabre about it, you can put his severed head under his arm and really go dark with it. But yeah, the Rocketeer figure, I'm pretty happy with that one. That's a great find as well. And following up from the Angel figure we had, here's an Age of Apocalypse Archangel figure. With his metal wings, much larger wingspan than the previous figure. Slightly more articulation. Great look, great design. A lot of articulation as well, infinitely poseable, and it also has the added bonus that you can actually use the wings as a support to help stand the figure up. So it can be posed pretty nicely with that. You can also use various things to assist you, but yeah, the Archangel figure also comes with 2 rockets in the bag there, but again, these figures have been in a box I don't know how long. Accessories are probably either in the box as well or long gone. And this one, this is Beta Ray Bill with Stormbreaker which everyone saw in Endgame and Infinity War. With this, he was given the power of Thor in the comics, and then obviously retained the power of Thor with Stormbreaker. And he has been hinted at multiple times in the MCU. He is a fan favourite character, and a lot of people are hoping to see him in the shows or in the movies. And could be a what if story. They're doing a what if series. He has a lot of articulation, some lovely work on the armour details there on the boots and the gloves, Stormbreaker. It's obviously very Thor-like, and the cape, while a little flexible, is also a good support to help him stand. Keep them coming, and we have here Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, who has been featured in the recent Ant-Man movies. Was briefly featured in Ant-Man 1, had a more prominent role in Ant-Man 2. The wings are fully posable in the sense of how you wish to open and display them. These figures in the range, they have the same level of articulation for a lot of it. Knees, ankles, the torso design, there's a lot of flexibility there. A lot of flexibility with the arms and such like. And it's another nice little figure in the range. And she casts a lovely shadow as well, which you can't really see at the moment. But the silhouette that you can get from this, if you're into that kind of thing, I do sometimes do some shadow photography, which is basically taking pictures of shadows cast. You can get some really good ones. I've done some really good ones with Wolverine, a Wolverine figure I have. And yeah, she's a really nice figure. What else we got? Hey, Savage Dragon. The articulation on this is surprisingly heavy. The fingers have multiple points of articulation, if you can see there. Each knuckle is articulated. The wrist is articulated. The elbow, the shoulders, and the attire. He's very comic book accurate. Massive fin on his head. And yeah, he's a rarer figure because he's not from a main DC or Marvel line, but he's a really nice figure. If you want to do some crossover, obviously green, you automatically think of Hulk, or some kind of crossover into a Hulk story, a multiverse type thing. But Savage Dragon is a cult character. Another cult character, Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman. And I love the wing details under the arms here. Comic book accurate outfit. Again, the same level of posability and articulation as the Wasp figure. One of the issues I did find with these, and it can be alleviated by buying the stands for the feet, is because the feet are so small in comparison to the male characters, they do struggle to stand on their own a lot. So a lot of the poses end up being like on knees poses or flexible poses like this rather than just straight standing poses. But the colours are vibrant and the whole figure, I really love Spider-Woman anyway, and this is a fantastic Spider-Woman figure. So here's a basic Dark Knight figure. I believe this is from Batman Begins, going by the look on the back belt, the utility belt. It's your standard black outfit, a fabric cape, so you can use wire to put that in any position you wish if you're that way inclined or that way have the skills to pose your figures in such fashion. But there's blue tack on his feet here because this was being used to keep him upright when he was on the shelf originally, before I moved into this house. He's got his greaves there, I think they're called greaves, on his gauntlet, which obviously comes in handy in both the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises, and Batman Begins actually, for that matter. And that's a really nice figure as well. It's definitely a Batman Begins figure though, just going by the outfit, the pattern on the armour. Now this is a rare figure as well. And I believe he is called Nuke, but I may be incorrect on that one. He's from the same comics line as Savage Dragon, and he essentially has... He's almost like a very dark, twisted Captain America with the patriotism stuff here. Massive cannon for a gun, flamethrower by looks of things, and metallic, whether that's armor or he is part android. This is a character I'm not really familiar with. I did get it just because he looks so cool, and it's another nice little find from the box. Moon Knight. Quite a timely figure, this one, as he is getting his own TV show. He has a lot of great articulation with regards to his hands for gripping things. The outfit is more dark grey silver than it is pure white. The cape can come off, so you can see him just in the outfit, but the cape really adds so much to it. And like some of the other figures, it does help him stand as well. So I'm very happy with that, finding Moon Knight again. Here we have a Wayne Enterprises briefcase. This actually comes with the Batman figure, and it does open. And inside is a grapple gun. You can see here, a batarang. I'm not 100% sure what that is though, this one here. No idea what that is, so if anyone knows what that is, leave me a comment or send me a message. But the actual nice briefcase, it just gives a little bit of tangibility to the figure. I have this Panther, which I believe came with a Black Widow figure. No, Natasha one though. This is... I have no idea who this is. I'm not even going to pretend I do. But it's a nice little figure. It has some articulation. As you can see here, you can make it jump rather badly. A nice big chunky figure now is the Ironmonger, who is Obadiah Stane. He was the villain in the first Iron Man movie. So he was the first villain in the MCU, if you want to look at it that way. The figure has a lot of great articulation to work through, and let's say the elbows, hips. It's a very big, massive, chunky figure. Has a lot of good weight on it as well. The articulation is great. Pretty much everything about this figure is fantastic. It's a really nice one, and it works really well against your standard 1/12 scale Iron Man figures. We can get close, you can see his head there. There's a lot going on. It's a really good chunky figure. Very good to put as a support at the back of any display. Here we have Old Man Thor with a stone Mjolnir and big grizzly beard armor. Very similar armor to the Better Ray Bill one, obviously. But with him being Thor, he obviously is humanoid, at least. But with him being Thor, it's obviously his original look. A nice big sturdy cape as well. It's not as long as the Better Ray Bill one, so it doesn't reach the floor when he's standing, but he is chunky enough and has a nice big enough base to be able to stand on his own 2 feet. And yeah, it's a really nice figure. I love the texture here of being like fur going into the velvet of the cape. And that's another nice figure. I'm very happy about finding that. We're getting near the end now, and this one is a Ghost Rider figure. It's from HeroClix, and it does struggle, unfortunately, to stay standing up because it's so weighted to the front. It comes with a number. You can fix it like that. If you put the gun point back, it weighs it down a little bit. You can see here it's Ghost Rider on his cycle. He has his ball and chain, he has his Hellfire shotgun, and the bike itself is obviously on fire here. And the HeroClix things, it's a game. I have no idea how to play the HeroClix thing, but you do get some really nice figures in the collection. And this one here is a really nice Ghost Rider. Captures him in all his glory. We have 2 figures left, and interestingly here, as you can see, these were figures I got imported that you actually have to build and put together. But we did also find this, which is the Rocketeer's gun. The camera's really having a hard time focusing on it, but rest assured that's what that is. But this is an Iron Man figure that we got that you actually have to assemble yourself. So that goes in there. This leg goes in there. The chest plate goes on. You can see here. His arm goes in there as he is firing a repulsor blast. His foot goes on. And remember, this is actually it was quite awkward. It really struggled to stay standing when we had the figure. And this is his nice little shoulder pad there. That goes on there. So there's the fully assembled figure. He does struggle to stay standing, but it is a nice Iron Man figure. It's a nice little display piece. Obviously, there's no articulation. It's a build a statue type figure. And if I can get him to freestand, there you go. That is Tony Stark. I'm not sure what mark it is. I think it's one of the early ones, so maybe a Mark 4, maybe a Mark 5. It's not the Mark 5, because I think the Mark 5 was the one he used to jump out of Avengers Tower in the Avengers movie. But it's definitely one of the older Iron Man armors. But that's a nice little figure as well. And lastly, from the same range, you can obviously tell who this is going to be based on the torso alone. If I pop his head on, that obviously gives it away. We have his base there. I remember this one felt a little awkward as well when we were putting them together. Is less prone to falling over than the Iron Man figure, simply because of the pose that he has. Which, if we put in there, thank you very much, Josh, for passing that foot over. And we have this, which is the emblem on the back. And it also comes with a nice little base, which the Iron Man one doesn't. So his hand goes in there. So he finds it a lot easier to remain upright, simply because the base, as you can see there, gives him a three-pronged base to remain upright. The Iron Man figure unfortunately doesn't have that, which is why it has a tendency to fall over, because it's kind of weighted to the back of the figure because of the way the pose is. But the Spider-Man figure has no problems with remaining upright, simply because the three-point stance that it has gives it a really sturdy base. And that's what we have in the box. Now, Josh has been with me this whole time, passing the figures over. He has remained relatively silent, mainly because I haven't stopped talking. But since he's here, and he has been a fantastic help, and he has been a fantastic help all weekend, just for the record, I'd like Josh to tell me what his 3 favourite figures are from the set that we just looked through there.
Firstly, my 3 favourite figures are, my favourite one is the Ghost Rider on the bike. My second favourite is the Builder Spider-Man. And my third favourite would probably be the Moonlight figure.
The Moon Knight figure as
Moon
well.
Knight.
So there you have it. That's Josh's 3 favourite figures from the set that we just looked through there. All Marvel figures. All figures that have appeared or will appear in the MCU at some point. Although it wasn't this version of Ghost Rider that appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. With rumours of what's happening with the Multiverse of Madness and WandaVision and the whole supernatural characters coming to the fore, it's very possible we are going to get Ghost Rider in the MCU again. Although, will it be the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, or will it be another version of Ghost Rider? We won't know until that character appears. But thank you very much for taking the time to spend it with us, going through this nostalgia fest of figures. We will be back with another proper unboxing video in a couple of weeks. But for now, I've been Henry Higgins.
I've been Josh Higgins.
And we will bid you adieu. Have a great week. Please like and share the video.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos. And we'll see you all very soon.
Goodbye.